Hi, it's Johnny Walker. I love numbers. Numbers are about precision. Numbers can tell a story about where we are, where we've been, and maybe where we're going. I'm old enough to remember when gasoline was 35 cents a gallon. It's twice that now. Not long ago, you could buy a foot long sub sandwich for $5, and thanks to a catchy jingle, you didn't notice you were still being ripped off. I have only worked for minimum wage once in my life, right out of high school. I was sort of a security guard at a laboratory that did animal testing. In 1981, no one cared if you tested on dogs. The laboratory still exists, as it turns out. I don't know what became of the dogs, however. It was almost 40 years ago, and I think I made $3.85 an hour, and I am still haunted by beagles smoking cigarettes. 20 something years ago, I was broke because I didn't make much money, and what I did make, I prioritized toward an expensive drug habit. My goal at the time was to buy a $100 wristwatch. That's how I would convince myself that I had my shit together. Back then, a $100 watch was an extravagant yet attainable boost to my self esteem. I saw the watch I wanted on sale and I bought it. A few months later, I went to rehab and I still have the watch. So, Congress just passed a COVID relief bill of $1.9 trillion. That is a lot of money. Not to someone as wealthy as I, but certainly it's a lot of money to you. To illustrate how much money it is, some congressman or senator man, whatever, explained that if you stack 1.9 trillion $1 bills, the stack would reach halfway to the moon. If you convert those bills into pennies, the stack will reach all the way to Uranus. I'm sorry. I couldn't stop myself. Many of us can look forward to $1,400 checks thanks to one political party. Remember that next time you vote. That's a significant chunk of money to a lot of people. If you really need $1,400, you might blow it on something frivolous like rent or food or your phone bill. Hopefully, not 14 watches. 2 trillion is about a tenth of the projected $20 trillion national debt. That is 10 trips to Uranus. There's no plan to pay that back. Get used to it. Another big number, 530,000. The number of people dead so far from the coronavirus. That number gets bigger every day. That number is also hard to comprehend. So take some of your $1,400 and buy a really nice mask. This ain't over. And wash your hands, you animals.